This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Ko Tenay Terayo Irirangi INCRadio DZEM 954. Te Korero Whakapono, ko Terayo Irirangi o Te Hahi, Karaiti Whare Harakia. INCRadio.
Yada! Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to INCRadio. You are in New Zealand, and this is your anchor for this afternoon, Sister Ashtanya from the local congregation of Hutt Valley, Ecclesiastical District of New Zealand North. So how's everyone doing, Paul? We hope that you are enjoying this lovely spring afternoon here in the land of the long white cloud. So yes, this month has been very interesting because we have been talking to the young students in our ecclesiastical district in our Guided by Faith series. And also we had very special guests in the previous weeks. During this month, we've learned about them, their struggles, and it's really good to get to know the brethren around our district. And today, we'll also get to know another guest from the local congregation of Tauranga, because today we'll be talking about young voices of resilience. So we're really glad that you can join our program this afternoon. It has been a pleasure getting to know the students here in our district and getting inspired by their faith and strength through the struggles that they go through in their own challenges. So with no further ado, let me introduce to you our guest for this afternoon, Sister Elisa from the local congregation of Tauranga. Hello, Sister Elisa.
Hello po. I am Sister Elisa Lim from local of Tauranga. I am a secretary and a CW watcher po. And I am 16 years old and a year 12 student in New Zealand.
Yes, welcome to our program this afternoon. It is our pleasure to have you this afternoon, Sister Elisa. And for sure, our live viewers are excited to get to know you as well. But before we dive in with our discussion and get to know you, let me ask our live viewers who are already with us this afternoon. Sister Flo, Sister Denise is also online, Brother Robert, Sister Cherry, and Sister Elaine is online, Brother Raffner, Sister Elvira, and who else is online? Brother Ronald is also online. So here is our question of the day for you. What if you are to give a positive message to a student who may need encouragement today, what would it be? So again, if you're gonna give any words of hope or encouragement to someone who needs encouragement today, what would it be? So please share your thoughts and your answers in our YouTube live chat, and we'll try to read it later on. And also, before we get back to Sister Elisa, we have a special game prepared for Sister Elisa, and of course you can join in as well. We also have prepared a very special segment called Let's Real Talk Break, which is also prepared by our brethren in the local congregation of Tauranga. And we'll also hear from our district activities that we've been getting busy with here for the last weeks here in the district of New Zealand North. So please don't stay away. And we will be right back after this very short break.
I love INCRadio because I get to share my faith and positivity to the world.
I love INCRadio because it's educational and gives me wonderful insights on how to keep my mental, physical, and most importantly, the spiritual well-being strong.
I love INCRadio because it's very fun, it's informative, timely, and engaging, and a very good way to introduce my friends to the church. I love INCRadio because it lets me catch up on my brothers and my sisters in faith.
Learn new things
using various languages.
and in different time zones.
But they also become new friends and family as well.
I love INC Radio because I can hear about the church events of the brethren
From all over the world.
I love INCRadio because of its inspiring stories and the beautiful family that I am part of.
I love INC Radio.
I love INCRadio.
I love INCRadio.
I love INCRadio.
I love INCRadio.
Hello, Lunchmate.
This Sunday, November 23, tune in to our episode for an informative session on how to successfully launch your business. Gain valuable insights and practical tips to turn your entrepreneurial dreams into reality. With our special guest, Brother Aldison Quinto, from 11 a.m. to 12 noon Philippine Standard Time, only at
INC Radio Hong Kong Satellite Studio, your Sunday lunch dates.
Ko Chennai Cherayo Irirangi INC Radio DZEM 954. Te korero whakapono ko Cherayo Irirangi o te hahi karaiti whare harakia.
Hello and welcome back to INC Radio New Zealand Satellite Studio. Shout out to the crew of Southeast Asia Sunday Lunch Date. Hello po sa ating mga kapatid dyan. And again, you're still here. And our topic for this afternoon is all about the Young Voices of Resilience, which is the fourth installment of our Guided by Faith series this month. And we have Sister Elisa Lim from the local congregation of Tauranga, who's going to share with us her story. And of course, we'll get to know her better. But for now, let me quickly check our YouTube live chat, Sister Elisa, because we have greetings there now. Okay. So let's do a quick of our YouTube live chat from Brother Paul. Good afternoon po sa lahat. See you all po sa ating programa sa INC Radio New Zealand. Waiting from the local of Papakura, District of New Zealand. Sister Ashley, waiting po from the local of Hamilton. Sister Layla is also here, who was our guest last week. Greetings from the local congregation of Christ Church East District of New Zealand South. Hello to Sister Mary Ann and Sister Elvira. From Brother Ronald Joseph, happy being po from the local of Waikanai, District of New Zealand North. Sister Jessica is also online. Happy being po. Have a good afternoon, brethren. That's what she said. From Brother Robert Mendoza, happy being po mga kapatid from the local of Hamilton. Walang name or anything. From Sister Elaine, she said, happy viewing po mga kapatid. Shoutout po sa lahat ng multimedia officers sa NZ North and South. And then, greeting po from Sister Flo Gonzalez. Happy viewing po from Cromwell and Queenstown, New Zealand South. Thank you so much po for all your messages and greetings. Keep it coming. And also, please join our game, which is coming up right now. Sister Elisa, are you ready?
Yes, po.
Our exciting game. I love your energy. All right. Sa mga live viewers po natin, also, please join us. Okay, let me introduce our game this afternoon. It's called Resilience, Show, and Tell. Okay, here's the mechanics, Sister Elisa. I have a bag. I have a school bag, which has some items that you may find in a student backpack. So what we'll do is try to share and relate each item that I'm going to pull out from this bag and relate it to resilience, perseverance, and faith. Sounds challenging to me, Sister Elisa. Are you ready?
Yes, po, I'm ready.
Okay, what's our first item? Okay, first item. For sure, lots of students have this in their bags. I did have it when I was a student. It's a pencil. Look, my son's pencil is almost finished. Sister Eliza, a pencil. That's the simple pencil. How would you relate a pencil with resilience your resilience and perseverance?
A pencil reminds me that even if I make mistakes, I can erase and try again.
Wow, I love that. And we hope that you feel the same way too to our brethren, because that's right. Sometimes we make mistakes and we feel discouraged. But I love how you say, like, even though we make mistakes, we can pray on it and then we can move forward and make things better. I love that, Sister Eliza. All right. Scissors. Okay. Should I try to answer this one? All right. Scissors. How would I relate scissors with resilience? All right. I feel like scissors, it helps us to make shapes out of paper. So I feel like with that, I can relate it to how sometimes we face challenges and we can make out something new from those challenges. Instead of focusing on the problem, we can learn from it and come up with a better solution, like scissors. Pasado ba, Sister Elisa? How about our blog viewers? How will you relate scissors or even pencil? What do you think? Let's hear it from our live viewers. All right. Just checking if anyone from our live viewers shared their thoughts. All right. Okay. Last item for Sister Elisa. Do you have this in your bag, in your student bag? How about our student live viewers? Do you have a power bank in your bag? Siguro kahit hindi student, no? You have this. Yes. Yeah. So, Sister Elisa, how would you relate a power bank to or with your being resilient and with perseverance?
A power bank reminds me that I can reset and recharge.
Wow, that's nice. That's true, though, because sometimes we forget that, actually, when we feel like too tired, we feel like we don't have a chance to reset and recharge. But sometimes we have to remind ourselves, actually, yeah, I can take some time and rest and recharge so that you'll be even more ready to face the day or face the challenges that you have. All right. That's it. I think that's it for a game. Sister Eliza, you did so well. I hope we hear more answers from our live viewers now. Anyway, just keep your answers and then keep your answers coming, and then we will definitely read it later on. But now before we ask more questions with our Sister Elisa and get to know her more, how about we watch this video first, prepared by the lovely Sister Elaine from the local congregation of Taranga, where we hear some more of the brethren there and some students there in the local congregation of Taranga. So let's watch this.
Social media. This is how we connect and get information, but as an Iglesia ni Cristo member, I am careful. It is a tool for good, but it is easy to get caught up. Gotta stay grounded in faith and follow Iglesia ni Cristo social media pages or websites.
Burnout. As a student, I got easily burnout due to physical and mental activities at school. But as Iglesia ni Cristo member, it always reminds me to rely on God and find rest in Him. I always got my strength back in prayers and attending worship services.
Identity. Identity is figuring out who I am amidst all the peer pressure. As a Iglesia ni Cristo member, my core identity is in our Lord Jesus Christ and in our Lord God. Love, forgiven, and purpose. Everything else is secondary to that.
Friendship is part of our student life, but as a Iglesia ni Cristo, I use this to introduce to my friends what is Church of Christ, and in that way, I also help in the work of propagation.
Pressure is a lot for us students. because we always wanted to do good in our academics, but as Iglesia Ni Cristo member, I always trust our Lord God for everything. Whenever I feel the pressure, I will just pray and leave it all to Him.
There you go. That's our real talk break segment where we ask, important words from our brethren there in the local congregation of Taranga. And that was so amazing, to hear their answers. And I even see our guest this afternoon, Sister Elisa. I'm sure that's you, diba?
Yes po.
Yeah. Did you felt nervous when you got asked? Because it's not easy to answer those questions or trying to explain some important words.
Yes po. I felt nervous po, but Elaine helped me po.
Yeah, well, your answer was amazing, and it's nice to hear, you know, the insights of our brethren. And even though sometimes we feel like, kasi like they're still young, you're still young, but it's important to also hear your thoughts and your voices as well. So thank you so much again to the brethren in the local congregation of Tauranga. So now we'll go to Sister Elisa, get to know her more. You mentioned that you're year 12, right?
Yes po. Yes po.
How are you finding school? Like, what's your favorite subject?
My favorite subject po is biology because I like learning about how our body works and our environment works po.
Oh, I love that. I think biology was also one of my favorite subjects. I prefer it with math. And we know that each student we connect differently to every subject, and it's always interesting to see what inspires our students today. So for sure, even though, like, say for example, biology is your favorite subject, even though that's your favorite subject, for sure you still get stressed when exams are coming up, right? So
Yes,
how do you deal with stress? What are the things that you do to deal with stress?
Whenever I'm stressed, I pray to God to ask for guidance to help me be resilient, and I also listen to happy music po.
That's interesting, because I know that see, Sister Eliza, she likes listening to music when she's studying, whereas other students prefer to have quiet, and yung talaga nagkukulong and walang iba para so they can retain more information. But like Sister Eliza, for sure, madami sa ating mga kapatid or students na yes, kapatid, is the same, right? So this is a very interesting approach. Does it help you? Was there like was there can you share us like maybe a biggest challenge that you face as a student today?
Biggest challenge that I face po is academic pressures and balancing multiple responsibilities po.
Yeah, so true. So when you say balancing multiple responsibilities, Sister Elisa, how do you deal with that? How do you balance?
I plan my activities po, what I'm gonna do today, and I practice time management po.
That must be really helpful. And even like when you're not a student, I feel like um, time management and having a more structured schedule, I think, is very helpful. Like even for me, because I'm not a student anymore. I totally agree with you, Sister Elisa. Now, I want to ask you, because you've also mentioned that you are a CWS watcher and a secretary, correct? So,
Yes.
how does your duties help you to become a better student or a better friend to your classmates and your other friends?
It helps me to be reminded of the commandments of our Lord Jesus Christ and our Lord God, and it helps me to know what is right and wrong.
Oh, that's really nice, because sometimes we really need that reminder, correct? And I'm sure like me and most of our brethren, we get that reminder during our worship services, right? Like yesterday, I really loved the lesson yesterday in our worship service. It's about self-discipline and self-control. A beautiful message, a beautiful reminder. Now, Sister Eliza, we want to know, like, let's go deeper. Can you share a moment when you prayed and it helped you overcome a problem?
When I was struggling because of exams, praying helped me to remain strong and faithful to overcome my problems.
That's great. And also, when you pray, did you experience when you get an answer right away? Maybe through your friends, through your family. How was that for you?
I when I prayed for something that I wanted, I achieved what I prayed for, and it made me stronger.
Definitely. Like it made you trust our Lord God more, right? Because
Yes.
eventually He answered your prayer, and He helped you achieve whatever you want to achieve. That's really nice. And I'm sure lots of our brethren, students as well, relate to that, to your story that you just shared with us. So thank you for sharing that. Now let's talk about social media, Sister Eliza. Do you have social media accounts?
Yes, well,
you do. I do too. So there's nothing wrong about social media. It can be helpful, but sometimes we can get caught on mindless scrolling and you know being into using it in not a responsible way. So here's a question: like, how do you make sure that social media doesn't distract you from your faith and from your other responsibilities?
as an Iglesia ni Cristo member, I remember the commandments of our Lord Jesus Christ and our Lord God, so I divert myself instead of following this and watching those influencers. I follow and watch INC social media platforms instead.
That's beautiful. So, what's your favorite INC radio, INC media platform?
INC Original Musics and INCRadio.
Oh, that's so nice. That's so sweet. Thank you so much, Sister Eliza. That's really touching that we're one of your favorite platform. But do you also follow INC Life? I think Life Flight on social media. That's one. I think that's an Instagram account, which is like for myself. That's one of my favorite INC media platform where they share a lot of encouraging messages and like poster type, very creative way, and I love that. But I also love INC Radio Music, and reply next year to bring more of that INC Radio Music next year here on INC Radio. So that's really exciting. So hopefully, like you'll be excited as well because we're gonna bring the two of your favorites together here on INC Radio.
Oh yes.
Now, okay, that's really sweet of you again. So when you use social media, of course, you get to deal with a lot of people, different people, even the people that is still not part of the church. And we also face challenges online, right? So have you ever faced challenges online that tested your values as an Iglesia ni Cristo? And how did you respond?
Yes, po. Like there's a lot of influencers po that doesn't follow or doesn't show like what the commandments of our Lord God. So I make sure to not follow those influencers and learn how to limit myself and remember what is right and wrong.
That's so true. And I totally agree with you. Like there's so many accounts in social media that may harm or may not be helpful with our faith. And it is our responsibility to do what is right, you know, and to unfollow them. So I commend you for that courage, Sister Eliza. I think that's very commendable that you're willing to do that, because sometimes, you're very interested with that influencer, right? You you're very curious on what they do, but then you learn that, oh, actually, whatever they're promoting, not part of their promoting is doesn't align with my value as a Christian. And yeah, it's better to find a different influencer who aligns with your values totally, our values inside the church. So that's a very good reminder for sure. Now, for sure, also, there are many, many brethren in our district who are struggling with studies or maybe personal issues. Do you have any advice for them, Sister Eliza?
Breathe in presence, breathe out worry. When things feel chaotic, take 3 deep breaths. Inhale and remind yourself, I am here right now, and I am okay. Exhale and let go of what you can control, and pray. Seek guidance to our Lord God. Trust our Lord God that He can do everything.
Wow, I'm speechless, because I love how you even added up like a physical thing that you can do when you're getting stressed out. Like, is it breathe in 3 times and then breathe out the things that you can't control and pray to God? I don't realize it as often, but I think I do that as well. So that's amazing, Sister Eliza. You're really amazing. Now, before we continue, Sister Eliza, but thank you again for sharing that to us and to our viewers this afternoon. Let's go and read some more of our YouTube live chat before we have our second break. All right, let's do this. Okay. From Sister Faye and Awa, happy viewing po mga kapatid. From hashtag Waikanay New Zealand North, from Brother Jimmy Penada. Happy viewing po mga kapatid. Hashtag Wellington. From Brother Ricky Madrid. Happy viewing po everyone from the local congregation of Taupo, New Zealand North. Oh, beautiful Taupo. Hello po sa mga kapatid natin dyan. From our dearest brother Yushel Bongagas, greetings po to all brethren in the whole district of New Zealand South, watching from Blenheim. Hello po, Yushel. And Kamariz, hello po. And then from Sister Cynthia Joseph, I absolutely love INCRadio New Zealand, sending warm greetings all the way from the lovely Waikanay locale. Thank you so much for Sister Cynthia for tuning in every week. And then from Sister Sharon Somera, happy viewing po to all mga kuyang and ateng po in the respective districts here in New Zealand, North and South po. From Brother Angelo, happy viewing po mga kapatid from the local of Tauranga, New Zealand North. Oh, mga kalokal mo to, Sister Eliza, ha? And from Sister Anne-Colleen Miros, thank you for this episode. Young members need to hear these topics po. Supporting from the local of Manukau, District of New Zealand North. And heart from Sister Anne-Colleen Miros. Thank you so much for sending that, Sister Anne-Colleen. And then from Sister Riz, hello po ka Sharon Sumer and ka Johnny. Happy viewing po sa inyo sa Wellington. From Brother Rem Polio, we miss you so much, Brother Rem. Happy viewing po mga kapatid. Salamat po from the local of North Shore District of New Zealand North. And lastly, last bati na from Sister Roxanne Almario, happy viewing po from the local of Tauranga District of New Zealand North. God. Hello po, and keep your greetings coming, because we'll have time to read that when we come back. But for now, we'll have a short break and we will be right back.
We are presenting the Iglesia ni Cristo Sign Language Guide, Android and iOS version. We gladly introduce the new interface of our INC Sign Language Guide, Android, and the much-awaited iOS version. The INC Sign Language apps is a project of the Christian Society for the Deaf under the Christian Family Organizations Office of the Iglesia ni Cristo Church of Christ. It is a part of the church's continuous intensive efforts to reach out to and care for the deaf, INC members, and non members alike. This free sign language app includes the following features: 8,000 plus vocabulary entries, all in video, customizable video playback speeds, examples of signed phrases and sentences, categorized everyday signs like alphabet, numbers, colors, greetings, educational terms, medical terms, legal terms, Iglesia ni Cristo and religious terms, and many more. User maintainable favorites category, fast search and voice search, all features are available offline. And since these sign language applications contain phrases concerning the Iglesia ni Cristo and religious terms, we can use these apps in inviting more deaf fellow men to learn the basic doctrines being taught inside the church. For more information, please visit www.iglesianicristo.net, www.facebook.com/Christian Family Organizations, www.facebook.com Christian Society for the Deaf. Thank you for your support.
Do you remember the first time you volunteered? Maybe you've donated blood, joined a cleanup drive, or visited a home for the elderly. This week, we're tuning in to real stories of kindness and compassion from those who give their time, energy, and hearts to others. Join us this Saturday, October 25, 2025, from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Philippine Standard Time on Home of the Cheerful Hearts Family for our episode #Acts of Kindness in Southeast Asia, as we share stories of giving back in Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Vietnam, and Sabah. Only on INCRadio Southeast Asia, keeping you inspired with cheerful hearts.
Ko Tenai Tereo Irirangi, INC Radio DZEM 954. Te Korero Whakapono, ko Tereo Irirangi o Te Hahi, Karaiti Whare Harakia.
Welcome back to your New Zealand, brought to you by INCRadio New Zealand Satellite Studio. And this is still Sister Aisha, and with us this afternoon is Sister Elisa from the local congregation of Tauranga. Now, before we go back to Sister Elisa, let's hear it from the brethren around the District of New Zealand North, because we have some reports here that shows a lot of activities that's been happening in our district. So let's watch this report about CWS Cooking Challenge, which was reported by Sister Aviel Fritz Tam. So let's watch this.
The Children's Worship Service, or CWS members, in the Ecclesiastical District of New Zealand North set a fun and challenging activity held in their respective places. A cooking challenge conducted to showcase their culinary skills.
Today is cooking challenge day, and then I was cooking omelette. Then my dad helped me.
This activity also gave a wonderful opportunity for the children to bond with their parents, church officers, and fellow brothers and sisters in the faith. It also aimed not to only edify the young members, but also to teach them basic cooking skills, an important lesson to learn at a young age, helping them gain practical experience and become more independent.
The officers inform their parents of the kids ahead of time so they can prepare their kids for this day. And also that officers come early on this place to set up the materials and the ingredients that the kids will use.
Each participant prepared a dish of their choice, inspired by what their parents often cook at home, their favorite meals, or something they've always wanted to cook for their family. Some also use this opportunity to show their creativity in the kitchen.
The activities like this helps the children to develop their skills and talent.
The activity was a great success, especially for the young members who truly enjoyed learning and developing such an important life skill. From New Zealand, I am Avril Fritz Tam for Iglesia Ni Cristo News Junior.
Ah, so cute. I even saw my kids in the video. Sister Elisa, do you like cooking?
Yes po.
Okay, what's your signature dish? Ayan. You have a signature dish.
I don't really have a signature dish. I just like to help my mom with cooking. I'm more on baking po.
Wow, that's amazing. Do you bake for your parents when like they get upset with you a little bit?
Sometimes po I bake whenever they for their ano po, baon po.
Oh, that's so sweet. You must be so thankful that you do that for them. That's so sweet. Now, before we have another report coming in from the local congregations of Taranga, Hastings, and Napier GWS. And it is all about INC giving, blood donation, drive, and laro ng lahi. And this is reported by a very lovely sister, Erica Season. So let's watch this.
The brethren in the ecclesiastical districts of New Zealand North continue to unite with all the activities launched by the church administration. The local congregation of Taranga demonstrated unwavering unity by actively participating in the INC Giving Blood Donation Drive. This social civic endeavor exemplifies commitment in aiding those in need, even through the simplest of acts. The brethren in this local congregation, unhesitating by worldly obligations such as work, selflessly devoted the time to visit a community blood bank in the area. Inspired by the teachings of our Lord Jesus Christ, they offered the precious part of themselves to help those in need. While the members of the local congregation of Hastings, in joyful collaboration with the Napier GWS, enthusiastically participated in Laro ng Lahi, a series of fun and engaging games rooted in Filipino heritage. The activities included luksong lubid, tumbang preso, agawan ng panyo, and hilahan ng lubid, also known as tug of war. This refreshing experience not only strengthened the bonds of brotherhood among the participants, but also created cherished memories that will last a lifetime. These engaging activities allow the brethren to appreciate the bonds of brotherhood and help the community, while reinforcing the spiritual unity that binds us together in faith, love, and the glorification of our Lord God. From New Zealand, I am Sister Erica Season for the Iglesia Ni Cristo News Network.
Thank you so much for that report, Sister Erica Season. Sister Elisa, when did you arrive here in New Zealand? Did you get to play those games like Laro ng Lahi?
Yes po. I arrived in New Zealand around 2023.
Oh, very quite new, huh? So which one is your favorite game that you used to play?
I used to like tumbang preso.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun. Do you still play it with do you have a brother and sister that you can play
I
with?
have one sister po.
You have one sister and you used
Yeah.
to play it together. Yes. I think that would be like, yes. I'd say that's also the most interesting game for me as well. And I remember playing with that with my cousin way back in the Philippines. So that's real. And it's so nice to see our brethren here in New Zealand still playing those games as well. 2 months ago we've had that topic about heritage, and it's really nice to see them still playing those games. So now we have some special greetings, Sister Elisa. So let me just read that before we run out of time. Special greeting po from Sister El Denise Quijano to the Bachelor family who's watching all together right now, INC Radio. Thank you so much po for supporting INC Radio, and to Brother Ronald De Castro. Hello po. Greetings po from Sister El Denise. And also a birthday greeting for Brother Bernard Discípulo's beautiful sister, Sister Cecil Manuel. Her birthday is on the 20th of November, so that's 2 days ago, from Dagupan City. And to his beautiful niece, Sister Monica Hovero, November 21st. That's yesterday. And of course, we won't forget to greet our very own Sister Ina Manlangit, who is celebrating her birthday today, November 22. Yan. Ang daming mo birthday ka, Bernard, ha? And lastly, to his handsome brother, Brother Efren Discipolo from Central, Local Congregation of Central. Ang family ni Brother Bernard, magaganda at handsome. But happy birthday po sa inyo, mga kapatid. And also, let's get back to our YouTube live chat for more greetings po. I saw one greeting here from Sister Maurice Bongares. Hello, Ate Yeye, we miss you and see you soon. And also from Brother Paul Pagulayan, he just want to say shout out to all the SCAN members there in the District of New Zealand South. Ayan. Thank you so much po for all your comments. This one special greeting from Sister Elvira Mendoza. Congratulations po sa amin destinado ng Hamilton for being top 3. Wow, congratulations po. And from Sister Jessie Joy Parco. Happy viewing po, mga kapatid, from the local of Hamilton. Okay. All right. Thank you so much po. And if we have time later on, we will still continue to read your greetings. Now, let's get back to Sister Elisa. Sister Elisa, now, we know that as a student, we need help, right? Not, of course, mainly from our Lord God through prayers. But do you have special people in your life who you also rely on when things get hard, when you're faced with challenges? Maybe you can give them a shout out today.
Shout out po sa family ko po and relatives in the Philippines, and also shout out to the people from my local.
You can say their names. Like you can say your besties in your local congregation.
Shout out po sa mom ko po, si Sheila Lim, and my dad po, Eric Lim, and my friends po, Florence and Rina, and also from Sister Elaine po and Kadalson for helping me po here.
Nice. That's so nice. And hello po sa mga tumutulong kay Sister Elisa during the time when she's struggling at school, or even different challenges that she faces. So hello po. And also Sister Elisa, now let's get back to the topic of social media, because you've mentioned that you unfollow influencers that doesn't align with your values as well. You've mentioned that. How about yung mga fina-follow mo? What do you learn from them that you say align with your values?
That to do the right thing and to avoid those things that doesn't follow our commandments. And I also follow lots of things that focuses on my hobbies, like baking. Yeah. So to get distracted from social media, to not get distracted. Yeah.
That's nice to know. Just like what we've mentioned earlier on, we can learn a lot from social media, from online. Like you said, you have a hobby of baking, and like many of us do, sometimes if we want to learn something new, we go to online, and we go search up if we want to learn a new skill. And those things can be helpful, like using social media and online smartly can be really helpful to us. So that's really good. How long have you been baking? Like, how long have you been trying to learn baking?
I started when I got here in New Zealand, and I've been baking more often this year.
Wow, that's good. That's good. And for sure, the more you practice, the more you're going to get better with that. Now, you also mentioned that you are a CWS watcher, right? So you look after the younger kids in the church. How do you feel when you look after them now that you're the ate now, like you're the bigger sister now of the younger members of the church? And like, what do you think you can share with them, like a lesson as being an ate?
To always follow your elders po, of course. Because sometimes po makulit, syempre. They're kids po. But yeah, I try to become patient with them, and I try to like help them understand what they're doing is wrong.
Oh, I love that because explaining to them what may be wrong or right instead of just telling them what they're doing is wrong may be more effective for them to really understand what you're trying to tell them, right? Would you say you're a strict ate?
No po.
No.
I don't think I'm strict po.
Sorry, what's that?
I don't think I'm strict po.
But that's cool too. Like sometimes when you're too strict, you'll not be their favorite ate, or they're not gonna be your favorite watcher. But we totally appreciate our CWS watchers. Now, to all our CWS watchers, we really, really appreciate you looking after our kids and teaching them um, the proper way to attend the worship service, to sit down, to stand up, to answer when there's a prayer, to close their eyes. And it takes a lot of patience, like what Sister Elisa just said, to be a CWS watcher. So we do appreciate you, and we really thank you for what you do during the worship services of our children. Now, Sister Eliza, is there anything else that you want to share with our brethren and our live viewers today before we end?
I hope everyone's having a good day po, and always have faith to God po.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much for your time, Sister Eliza. And we appreciate you sharing your thoughts and your stories with us this afternoon. Now, before we wrap up, mga kapatid, let's do a quick check on our YouTube live chat. From Sister Erish, she's sending you hearts. Happy being Bob from the local of Taurangan, New Zealand North. Ayan, from Brother Paul Pagulayan, advance happy birthday po to my wife, Sister Rose Pagulayan, celebrating her birthday on November 23. That's tomorrow po. Happy birthday, sister. From Brother Francisco Espiritu, happy being po from the local of Tauranga, District of New Zealand North. More birthday greetings from Brother Bernard. Happy birthday po ka Dante Ariola, resident minister of Christchurch. Hello po. And hello na rin po kay Sister Yuri. Hello, Ate Isay. Hashtag Tauranga. Hashtag proud. She's so proud of you. Thank you so much.
Po. Thank you po.
Yon. From Sister Elizabeth Espiritu, happy viewing po to all. Hashtag Tauranga. From Sister Joanna Faye Santiago, hashtag Tauranga. Good afternoon po to all brethren. Stay strong po. From Brother Lovelito Perin, happy viewing po mula sa local ng Papakura, District of New Zealand North. From who else? From Sister Nanita Smith. Greetings po sa lahat, local of Waikanai, New Zealand North. And from Sister Myra, hashtag Tauranga. From ang dami. From Brother Edsky, maligayang panonood po sa lahat. Greetings po mula sa Manukau, NZ. Okay. Last two. From ayun, ano to? Paul, sabi ni Brother Paul, join our top 10 fan of INCRadio New Zealand. Brother Paul, you are our top one fan for today. So thank you so much, Paul, for your support and for all your comments this afternoon. Yan. Ayun, Sister Yukari. Hi, Sister Yukari, our pretty Sister Yukari Ariola. Happy birthday to my beloved husband, Ka Dante. Ayan. And then lastly, last greetings from Brother Kevin Villanueva. Hello po ka LV, hashtag Hamilton. Hello po ka Kevin. We miss you po here in Wellington. Yay! Brothers and sisters, thank you so much po for joining us this afternoon. We hope that you had some value from our discussion today with Sister Elisa. What actually stuck with me, Sister Elisa, is, what you said about breathing out the things that you cannot control. I love that. And I think I'm going to keep that. And hopefully you can keep it as well. We appreciate your honesty and your time that you shared with us here on INCRadio. So to all our brethren, thank you so much again for joining us this afternoon. We still have our last week for our Guided by Faith series installment this month. So please join us again next week so that we can wrap up this series nice and strong for this month of November. And I also want to say thank you to Brother Otoniel J. Duremdes for all the support that he gave us here on INCRadio, as well as Brother Edgar Hernandez, and of course, Brother Dennis S. Dahunan, our district supervising minister. And for the New Zealand South naman po, Brother Glenn Murgas, Brother Bunny Raagas, and of course, Brother Eugel Bongares po, the district supervising minister. And I also want to say thank you to your dad, Sister Elisa, for taking my call and for being so patient with me. So thank you so much po, and to all the lovely brethren there in the local congregation of Tauranga. Many thanks po from us here on INCRadio New Zealand Satellite Studio. So that's it for this afternoon, mga kapatid. Special thanks po to Brother Dennis Apolonio, our tech for this afternoon. Thank you so much, Kuya, and our main tech there and this main studio of INCRadio. So please don't forget, keep watching and liking and sharing our INCRadio New Zealand Satellite Studio on YouTube para dumami likes natin. And also hit that subscribe button if you haven't. And don't forget, next week po, again, is the last installment of our Guided by Faith series. We'll meet another student po from our ecclesiastical district, and our topic will be faith over fear. So again, we'll learn more about this, and hopefully we can learn how to trust in God even when situations seem scary and uncertain. We all need that. No? Let's not miss it next week. Thank you again, and see you next week. Kakite.